know. I know. A lot of y'all was like, come on, man. I didn't come here for all this extra. I came here for the from. I came for all the frumly stuff. Right? I get it. Okay. I totally get it. I do. Listen, we are here. Okay. Let me see if I have my special guest, because I cannot do this alone. Where you at? Hey, special guest. Wake up. Wake up. You awake? You good? Okay. He needs some time. Here we go. You know, this didn't I give you about an hour? Gave you about a whole hour to get ready. Can y'all guess who the guest is? Y'all probably can't guess. I don't think y'all can. Give me the signal when you ready, guest. He waiting in the, okay, he's ready. All right, y'all. I called my man up. I said, hey, we got to do this right now. This don't happen because the family would be mad at me if we done got us some answers and we didn't talk about it at all. So, of course, I needed to bring my man in. Come on in, bro. There you go. Anthony from the movie blog. Shout out to you. What is going on?
Waiting in the background with zen-like patience.
We got a case to solve because in case y'all did not know, what was this? Yesterday, I want to say, the creators of From, John Griffin and Jeff Pickner, the showrunner, producer, they went on Reddit and they gave answers. They did a whole Ask Me Anything and they went through and gave answers. And we are going to go through some of these answers and give our reactions, thoughts, theories, whatever. So I wanted to kind of go over this and I want to do this with y'all. All right. So let's go through what we got from them here. Let's see. I got this with the answer. Okay. So the first one, who was the first character conceptualized for the show? I always wondered if Boyd was always going to be the lead from the conception or if there was ever a vision where, say, Jim or Tabitha was. First and foremost, there would be no show without Harold Perrineau. Let's be very honest about that. Okay. So the first answer we got was the prominence of the sheriff and the Matthews family was in place from the beginning. Additionally, Jade and Tabitha's central role in the mythology was also in place, with the notable exception that Jade was originally conceived as a teenage girl on her way back home from spring break. Anthony, I'll let you go first, man. What do you think about that answer that apparently they always had this in place, except for Jade? They made a little tweak with Jade.
I mean, they've been saying this since the beginning, that a lot of the answers, a lot of the things that they've had planned out have been there from the beginning. And you and I have talked about it. They knew how this show was going to end. They just didn't know the journey they were going to take to get there. And I love the way that they've adapted. I think some of the decisions that they've made from the beginning to today were really, really smart. I don't know how I would have reacted to Jade being a teenage girl, but I do know it would have broken my heart to not have the Jade that we have today. Because this man, David Alpay out here, is putting in work.
Facts. Yeah. I don't know how. I don't even really want to entertain the idea of a female Jade because, like, I like what we got. You know, David is killing it right now. You know, and I also don't know how that would have worked with the energy. You know, that Jade, because Jade is this like the tech guru and you know the Silicon Valley guy and all that. I don't know if that like it would have reminded me of old girl from Sinatra from Paradise. It's almost like imagine if Jade was Sinatra in Fromville. That would have been wild. Yeah. So, but I'm glad that they had an idea and they stuck to it, and they're going through it. Listen, they got a final season. They're going to be able to end on their own terms. I think those are positive things. Let's see what else. Did you have any character in mind that you pivoted away from after seeing the actor or actress bring that character to life? Says here, one of the great joys of making a show with an ensemble like this is seeing what the actors bring to the roles and the type of chemistry they have with each other. Equally exciting is when the show reveals things to you that you don't realize were there. One example of this type of evolution is that we didn't know Victor had a sister until the moment he opened the trunk of the car and realized those drawings weren't his. and it was among the most exciting moments we had exploring this story. I didn't know this. I didn't know that they didn't know that Victor didn't know he didn't have a sister. Like, what the hell? What are your thoughts on this, man? Like, this is as organic as it gets.
Man, I'm so first off, I'm reacting to this in real time because I
know. That's why I didn't want to show you the link. I didn't want to show it to you because I wanted to be authentic.
Right, man. Yo, I asked him for the link all day, y'all. Jake. So I kind of like it, but I do get the frustration that some of the fans get when things get introduced and it is we haven't gotten any follow up on it.
Yeah.
So one of the things that everybody's constantly theorizing about is where is Eloise, right?
Yep.
So I like the idea of them introducing Eloise. I just need them to wrap it up, right? If you're gonna add it, close the loop.
And we will actually get to that a little later. We will actually get to that. But this is not the first time that they have admitted to basically winging it on certain things. Because if you guys recall in my interview with the showrunners, the same guys, they revealed that they also basically made up the whole thing with Smiley being born to Fatima. They just woke up one day and was like, it'd be really messed up if Fatima gave birth to this. So, everything is not completely planned out. Some things they do plan along the way, but it looks like this is just one of those other things that apparently, and this was a great scene, by the way. Like, shout out to Scott McCord. My man was acting his butt off. Like, when he was like, "Oh, I have a sister." Like, what? like you gotta have a special kind of trauma to forget that you had a whole sibling. Like, not like a baby sister that just was that. Like, y'all spent time together. Y'all in pictures together. Okay, y'all had years. But anyway, so fun little tidbit there with From. It says here, has everything been on this show, or everything on this show has always been fully planned out? I know there's always questions when it comes to renewal, but I've been wondering for the longest time if there's always been a very clear baseline for the plot line, for the plot and details. So they say here, telling this story is a lot like trying to plan the perfect vacation. If you plan too little, you end up wandering around circles and wasting your time. If you plan too much, you end up with something that feels rigid and overstuffed. But if you plan just enough, the airline tickets, the hotel they're staying at, the main attractions you want to visit, but still leave room to explore, you'll end up finding things you never expected. And those unexpected surprises are oftentimes the best part of the trip, but they're only possible if you have the blueprint. Making this show is a lot like that. I gotta say, as somebody who's been planning vacations for my family, this hit home for me. Because I can't plan everything, but sometimes the best moments of our vacation are the unexpected things. Shout out to Golden Corral. Because when we stumbled on Golden Corral out there, listen.
Y'all don't have that?
Listen, we have it. But what I'm saying is when we went to Orlando, all the food in Orlando was terrible. It was just bad. It was terrible. I'm not sure. Florida has problems, and food is one of them. But that Golden Corral that we went to, highlight. So I hear where he's coming from with this. And you know what? Listen, I like a little wiggle room in the storytelling, as long as it doesn't deter us from the main objective. But I'm okay with that, because you know what, I'll say this and I'll pass it to you. I like the idea that if, let's say, fans react to something, if fans are like, hey, we really like this or we don't like that, if you got a little wiggle room to be like, you know what, maybe we kill them off then. But, like I'm with that. I'm with that if they even listen to us. But anyway, so what do you think about the fact that they got this like a vacation plan?
So I like it in the extent that it almost feels like Game of Thrones in that nobody is safe. Anybody could go at any time. And also some of the best things from the show were birthed because of their planning on the fly. One of the things that I remember them previously mentioning was Victor. Victor was not supposed to be a recurring character past season 1. Victor was supposed to die.
Oh,
Victor was supposed to die in season 1.
I knew this not.
So they saw what they had with the character and they started to expand his character. So yes, this is the perfect way to kind of outline a show. Unless you're Game of Thrones, then you do need George R.R. Martin to finish the book. But for the most part, these guys did it the perfect way.
Mm-hmm. That's dope. I did not know that. Now, I will say, at the same time, when you don't have a plan, you also make some mistakes. Because to this day, we need justice for Trudy. I'm still mad that they got rid of Trudy because a lot of people want to see her mess around with Jade. I'm like, yo, Jade, you hallucinating Tom the bartender and all these other people. You couldn't hallucinate Judy or Trudy, whatever her name was. You couldn't bring. And the creator said that they regretted that. They regretted killing her off so early. But you know, that's what happens when you don't have a solid plan. All right, let's see. No need to say the reason why, but was the boy in white aging looking different planned, or was it just a thing you had to go around creatively because time passed in real life? Also, how important is the time frame between episode 1 until now? This is a good question. There are many things that we can control in the making of a television show. Biology and time are not among them. Knowing that the young actor playing the boy in white would age over the life of the show, we built that aging process into the mythology. Turns out Halifax winter are also uncontrollable. And they followed up. They said the reason we rarely reference the passage of time on the show is so that people can experience it however they experience it. In many ways, the show feels like it's taking place over a much longer period of time than it actually has. And at that same time, it feels like it has gone by in a blink of an eye. I don't know about the rest of you, but that's kind of how the last 6 years feels to me. Go ahead. What do you think, man, about the passage of time and aging?
You know, the passage of time has been something that we've been obsessed over ever since Ethan had that rod go through his leg and he started walking like 2 episodes later. The passage of time wasn't something I focused on, and I think until season 4, when we started to really let it penetrate that this whole show has taken place over the course of 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. Is somewhere around a month.
Yeah,
it's something that
it's been 4 years. It's been 4 years, but yes, only like 30 days has gone. Yes,
yeah, but I really need them to help me understand some of the things that we've seen because we're obsessing over them, right?
Yep.
How is Ethan walking so fast?
Yeah.
How is Ellis's leg or arm healed so fast? Yeah, and also more importantly, Jade's beard is
fast.
It is freaking like impressive. It is grizzly,
or is the gray in boy's beard getting a little?
It's getting bigger. It's getting a little bigger. The soul patch down there, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm with you on that. So I'm kind of on both sides of this. On one hand, I'm like, it's cool if they have something planned for the passage of time, but also I'm not going to hold my breath if they just sweep it under the rug. They might never explain Jade's beard.
I think that they should explain that because here's the other thing, and I want y'all to pay attention because I know the finale is coming up soon. Hey, that girl Christy got a little pep in her step now. Okay, she had a whole bear trap right on her ankle, and she was in a whole cast and everything, and now she's just like, pulling a little Kaiser Sose, and she's just walking a little smooth. She walking a little smooth, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, what is going on for real with this, with the health, with the time, and of course we got the little man in white, showing up as well. So maybe those things will be explained. But I guess, on top of that, keep in mind that had never happened for 40 years, right? Like while Victor was there, he was like, this place has never changed. The boy in white has never changed. But now apparently he is. And, people are noticing that. So hopefully they do address the time factor. And that'll be one of many things that they should get to. All right, next up, I have a few questions that have stayed with me for 4 seasons. Yeah, that sounds about right. Feel free to answer whichever you like. Is the town following a set of rules, or is someone actively changing the game? 2, will we eventually look back and realize the answer was in front of us all along? And 3, have we already seen all the clues needed to solve the main mystery, or are key pieces still missing? Do you want their answer first, or do you want to answer this first?
I mean, for the most part, I think both of our audiences already know where we feel on this. We feel like this town is following a set of rules. We don't know all of the rules, but there are certain things. There's a character quota. There's supposed to be 47 residents in the town at a certain time. There's rules. There's a sheriff. There's a doctor. There's a deputy. So yeah, I think we all are in agreement that there are rules.
The quota theory or the role theory.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now the last two, I'm a just straight up. They never gave us enough information to solve this mystery.
Yes, and I think that's intentional, right? Like,
yes,
I've said this before. Like Jade, a lot of times the characters kind of speak, or the writers speak through the characters. And I remember when Jade was sitting there talking to Jim, and he was like, "Man, it's like a puzzle, and we only got like the middle pieces." And we don't have everything else there. Well, you can't figure it out until you know what pieces you even have. So this is kind of the sneaky way of building a mystery, is through omission, right? Like if you just don't have this piece at all, obviously you're not going to figure it out, you know? But I do think, to their point, that we do have the answers. I do believe that the answers are there. We just don't know how to decipher them. Because again, you know, it reminds me of those old what was it, them Cracker Jack boxes or whatever that used to have like a mystery, but you needed the decoder ring or something to figure it out. We ain't got the ring, right? The mystery is right there. We just don't have the little decoder ring. We don't know the little code words to decipher the stuff. And I think, by the time the show is done, we go back and we'll watch it and be like, they said it right there.
Yeah.
It was right there the whole time. And we talk about this too. Every season, you go back, like after season 2 is done, after season 3 is done, if you go back and rewatch the whole season from season 1 again, which most people probably don't do. I mean, we have to. It's our job.
We're crazy.
Yeah, we're crazy. But you end up having brand new insights, because things that did not make sense in the beginning start to peel away and make a little more sense later. So I think that's what we're going to get into. But let's see what the main guys had to say. Say the reason our characters are trapped in Fromtown should be clear by now. It should. Okay. If and how they may manage to leave is yet to be discovered. And while the clues are all there for the why, we have a few fun things up our sleeves for the how. That sounded like a bunch of nothing. I don't know if that was even an answer. Like, what are you talking about?
So
we know the why.
Yeah.
We don't know the how.
Yeah.
So we know
that
we know these monsters used to be human. They made a deal with the entity, and now they became monsters. And these ashy kids run around saying they ain't cool.
Sum it up.
Okay. Now, how did all that happen? Don't know.
I have a theory.
Do you want to share it?
No, I put my theory out there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Remember, my theory is out there. It's how From started and all that stuff. So if you guys haven't seen it already, it's on my channel. It's very popular, and it goes into the coincidences and the common the overlapping information of where the people were when they ended up in Fromtown. So it's a cool theory. I definitely encourage you all to check it out if you haven't seen it already. It's at this point, if my theory is not true, these writers are messing up.
Hey, while we're going through this, feel free to drop the link in the comments so that way they can see that as well. All right, let's see. Is the ending of the show the original one you guys have had from the start, or has it ever changed throughout the seasons? And they said the ending will be the ending we initially imagined. Details of how we get there have changed during the creative process, but we will eventually get to the ending that we have always intended, unless AI destroys the world before we get there. That's John Griffin. I know that's John right there. Good. I'm glad that they had a plan from the jump. I'm glad that that they are making that plan viable all the way to the end. I like that. I just talked about that with Obsession, how the director had a vision for the movie. The studios wanted to change it. And he was like, nah, keep it the way it is. And they did, and it worked. So I'm hoping we get the same success. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, so I'm very, very, very appreciative that they're going toward that ending that they originally envisioned. I'm with everybody else in the Fromville. They better effing stick to landing. Like that's where we at right now. We're at that point where it's just like, listen, we're so invested. You said 4 years. I feel like it's been more like 6. We're so invested. We've all come together as a Fromville. We've all noted and gone crazy with our whiteboards, smoking and drinking, staying up late, trying to figure this stuff out. I needed to really, really satisfy my long laundry list of things. And if it comes short on one thing, then throw the whole thing away. But
yeah,
I mean, as someone who hasn't seen Lost, I think you are in a more optimistic position.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
But I think a lot of us who were hurt from Lost are sitting here in some wait and see, like, if this mofo turned out to be Jacob,
don't do it.
I'm done.
Don't do it. Yeah, I get it. I and it's one of the reasons why a lot of people have been saying, "E-Man, you got to watch Lost," and I'm like, I'd rather watch Lost later. I'd rather watch Lost after, because if I watch Lost right now, and if it pisses me off with how close it is, I want my reactions for From to be as pure as they are, and I'll live in that bliss for now.
I'm gonna say this: watching From without watching Lost is like watching House of the Dragon without watching Game of Thrones. Yeah, you're gonna be able to enjoy it, but you're not with us. You're not with all of us, right?
I understand. I understand, but I was warned not to watch Lost before From ever even came out. Like, one of my best friends was like, I remember he was along for the ride. He was watching every week. He was gassing it up. And whenever, spoilers, Smoke Monster, whenever that came up, my man, I ain't never heard so much vitriol from a fan. This man was like, after the show, what is this crap? Nothing makes sense. And I was just like, good God, maybe you shouldn't watch this show. I don't know what to tell you. So I don't want that stress. This show already got enough stress for me. So
watch it and just stop at season 2. Man. Just stop when Michelle Rodriguez's character comes in and just stop there. And you'll end it unsolved, but incredibly satisfied. If they stopped at season 2, that would have been a great ending.
See, that's terrible, because I'm a Supernatural fan, so I know when a show should end early and chooses not to. I don't want that kind of emotion. You know what? This is traumatizing me. Let's move on, because this is giving me bad vibes from what I had before. If you could make one fan theory canon just because it's hilarious, which kind of theory would you choose?
Ooh, I like this.
I know. While we love the energy and enthusiasm that goes into the fan theories, we do try not to read them. Part of the fun will be going back when the show is done and seeing which theories were close and maybe even hit the bullseye. That said, whoever is responsible for making the Supernatural inspired memes is a personal hero of mine, and please make more. Damn, that's John. I swear I could hear John every time between him and Jeff. Good. I like that. I like the fact that they're not paying attention to us, right? Because, like, all right, I think they lied. I think they lied.
I don't believe.
I don't believe you.
I don't
believe you. Y'all be on Reddit. Y'all be listening, man. And you know why? You know why? Listen, soft spoilers. If you haven't been watching season 4, I don't know why you're here. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. We've been talking about how Kenny, Donna, you touch them and we riot. Ain't no way. Y'all didn't sit here and selectively pick them to mess with us. If y'all haven't been reading the theories or the comments, or what, you all knew. And y'all knew just to piss us off. Give us half heart attacks.
They don't read the theories, but they post it in Reddit.
Right. But you on Reddit.
Of all places.
Of all places. The worst of the worst for theories. Come on now. Man, all right, whatever. So I'm going to call cap on that. That they don't look at the theories. But I'm not going to lie. I am going to feel a kind of way if some of these theories do get validated. You know, I'm going to give you a quick one here for yours. I know you got your boy in white theory that you did. So that'd be nice if that's validated. Because you did that, what, season 2, 3?
I did that a while ago.
Long time ago?
I did that a while ago.
Okay. So, and I tell y'all, shout out to the people that make the theories before the screeners come out. Okay. Now, you know what? Let me not get in trouble again. Because I got in trouble. I got in trouble last time. People was like, why you hating on?
Teflon still don't talk to us.
Hey man, don't. I was literally trying to avoid. I don't want no Fromville beef. For the record, I have no beef with nobody in the Fromville.
It's me. It's my laughter. It's because I find everything funny. It got the way.
Please blame him. I don't have beef with nobody. Okay, first and foremost. But y'all know I do have a problem with spoilers. I made that very clear on my channel. And I also have a problem with anyone who will pretend to guess or predict when they already have the answers. Because I can tell y'all, as a film critic, my integrity is everything. I can't afford to lie to y'all because then I lose all credibility. I don't make a video. I don't do a breakdown. I don't do a theory of anything until I actually I don't do anything with advanced knowledge. If I'm doing something, it's because I've watched whatever I've watched at that time, and then I move forward. So
I wish they could see the behind the scenes, right?
Man, that's
like
too
the
much
making
work.
of. Like
they don't know.
When we're sitting there and we're like, yo, all right, From is coming. All right, we gotta start watching 3 seasons 5 times. Yeah. Like, I wish they could see all the effort that you and I put into this show behind the scenes, because like you said, there's a lot. It's very important for us to have integrity with what we do.
Yeah.
I know you and I, we talk about crunch time, watching one video at a time, trying to get these videos out. It really matters. It really matters, not just to us, but also to your audience. They see that authenticity in you. And I understand when you get frustrated when those other creators are out there clout chasing with theories.
Oh, irks me so much. All right, let's see. Let's keep going because I know y'all want to go watch From. You know, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna let y'all go on time. Okay, I promise.
Is it okay?
What is it? 11? No, midnight Eastern. I want to say it drops on MGM Plus.
Okay,
midnight Eastern. So we got time. We'll get y'all. All right. Other than Jade and Tabitha, that's a good one. Why is anyone else in Fromville? Are they chosen? Are they random? What or who decides this person is getting a tree? Was Boyd chosen for Fromville or just dumb luck? I too would be screaming at no one. You will not break me, or I'd be pissing myself like Victor. Okay, here we go. Says here, other than Jade and Tabitha, there is a connective theme among all the other characters who were pulled into Fromtown. They were each at some sort of crossroads in their lives. Boyd, for instance, had just retired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thoughts on that?
I mean, that is valid. This is something I've noticed with all the characters. Donna was out on a hunting trip with her sister. Bacta was going on her last drive. Elgin was going to go see his grandma, I think for the last time, or she had just passed away. A lot of these characters were at that crossroad in their life. And of course the Matthews, right? They were on their last trip before a divorce. There's connective tissue in them being at a crossroads, but they kind of non-answered the question. Yeah. So I'm a little annoyed there. So
I think there's an answer later on, but yeah, basically they had drama in their lives. Yeah. Oh, Father Kotri, thank you for that, Andrew. Good catch. Everybody was going through something, and here's, you know what? Let me go ahead and throw a quick little theory out real quick. Just a quick theory. I wonder if the personal anguish, because keep in mind, even the Matthews, they were going through something, right? They were going through the middle of divorce. I wonder if that energy was attractive to this place, because this place sure loved them some suffering, sure loved them some negativity, some fear, some anguish. I wonder if that is what attracted this place to pull certain people. Now we know Jade, Tabitha, whatever, they got to come back. We know that. But I'm saying everybody else, and thank you for that. That's a good one, anonymous girl. Sarah. Remember, Sarah had said, oh, my brother basically came and he was protecting her, pulled her out of some situation. We don't know what that situation was.
Wasn't she in the Amish?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know if she was being abused. I don't know if it was domestic violence. Something was going on where her big brother had to step up. So what I'm saying is, the way this place likes to feed off of energy and emotion, it probably was a big old beacon. And every time they drove somewhere, that place was like, yoink, yo, ooh, what you got, anxiety? Get your butt over here. Ooh, a little depression. Love that. You know, I think that's what's going on. I think. So we'll have to see if season 5 answers that, maybe. You know, like, will you finally give us some confirmation of like why people are getting caught up? I don't know. Any last thoughts on that? Or are you good?
I think I'm good. I think I think they did a good point with Sarah. But yeah, everybody was at a crossroads, and I'm looking at the commenters talking about Kenny and Tien Chen dealing with being Alzheimer's.
Right. And that's definitely a lot for anybody that's had to deal with that in the family. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And, all right.
Yeah.
No questions, but just wanted to say how much my mom and I love the show. We've become totally obsessed. Thank you for creating it. We are Canadians as well, so we get a real kick out of spotting all the Canadian actors in there. The fact that you guys watch this show together is awesome. We can't express, and we are massive fans of Canada as well. That's great. We want answers. That's great. Y'all can save the lovey-dovey. All right. Do you remember your very first what if that inspired the world of From? For example, The Matrix was inspired by what if everybody lived in a simulation? They say here, thinking about how much of our identity is invested in the world around us, the rules we live by, etc., and what it would be like if all of that was taken away, and we would become, and who we would become if our daily lives became a nightmare. Okay. You know what? Listen, one of the best pieces of advice I've heard from a producer is write and create whatever you know. Whatever you are familiar with, whatever you feel, whatever you are connected to, that's what you should be writing about. You know, so in other words, if you're a guy and you don't know nothing about women giving birth, what are you doing? Why are you making a movie about this? Like, just you want to be as close to the story, the themes as possible. And now this makes me wonder, what the hell are John Griffin and Jeff Pinkner going through to make them think about all this crazy stuff? Do y'all need therapy too, sirs? Because y'all are coming up with some twisted, nasty things.
Man, that's a very interesting whole concept, though. how much of your identity is invested in the world around us. I never really gave it too much thought other than outside within the context of the show of Jade trying to figure out the rules of this place. But when you really think about how it is a character study, if you take all these people from different walks of life and you just immediately remove the rules of society from their day to day, what do they do? Right. So now that we've read that and I'm hearing it out loud, I'm like looking at the show a little bit differently.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely gonna be in the back of my mind. All right. Oh, that's an interesting one. Why did you guys choose to reveal to us viewers in the beginning of season 4 the plot twist of the man in yellow turning into Sophia, rather than have it be a big reveal at the end and have us viewers try to guess the whole season who it could be in the town? Interesting. Part of the fun of introducing the man in yellow at the end of season 3 was leaving room for people to wonder what role he would play and how he would terrorize our residents going forward. Part of the fun of having him in town as a wolf and sheep among the sheep is for the audience to understand the significance of the things Sophia does, even as our characters are in the dark. For the most part, we have lived in the mystery and uncertainty alongside our characters. This was the first opportunity for the audience to be ahead of them. Ooh, I'll give you first dibs on this.
No, I love this one. I think that was the right move. I think a lot of us were getting a little frustrated with non-answers. So opening season 4 with like, here you go.
Yeah.
Like, not only are you getting an answer, you're getting an answer before everyone else in the show. I love that, right? Because it took the anxiety off. And then, like they said, we get to watch Sophia just run rampant on these townspeople in the background. And it's been so enjoyable. It's given this season a completely different character identity by feeling nothing feels safe with this woman, this yellow dish sniffer walking around among them.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, I agree that I like the reveal. Listen, the one thing that From has done, and I know people have plenty of complaints, and that's perfectly fine. One thing you can't say is that they don't hook you in that first episode or two. Every season, episode 1 and 2 are just enough to be like, man, I'm tired of it. Wait, what? What happened? Like, it's hard to pull away. Okay, y'all know I came up with the whole From challenge. It only took 8 minutes, and it was downhill from there. Okay, so I think also, especially if we're trying to come up with theories and stuff like that, what I like about the reveal with Sophia is the fact that now we have a blueprint. Now we have a baseline that should not keep us in a state of complete bewilderment of who the man in yellow is or is not. What do I mean by that? When people start talking about this person is the man in yellow. No, this person is the man in yellow. Okay. If you want to believe that, we, the audience, literally know so much about the man in yellow. We know that the man in yellow has all these abilities. We know that the man in yellow can talk inside of people's heads, that uses blood magic, can transform their bodies, can do all of these different things. If that does not match with whoever you're trying to match it up with, now we can throw that away, or we can match it up. Shout out to my Martin theory for those of you that have seen it or not. I have used what we've seen and learned about the man in yellow, and I'm like, this seems awkwardly familiar with this character Martin. It seems like something that Martin would do, or that the man in yellow would do. It seems like he would use truth to deceive. It seems like, blood magic seems about the same. It seems as though he happens to know information that other people shouldn't know. Like, that makes sense. But when we start talking about, well, Donna's actually the man in yellow. Okay. How? Like who, like, has Donna enjoyed someone suffering? Has Donna actually, done those same similar behavior as Sophia? Like, Sophia, to me, and I like this, she is our inside information. right? She is our inside look at the actual man in yellow and how he operates and how he thinks. So we don't have to play the guessing game as much about who they could be or not. So anyway, I like that. I think that that's a good move on them to do that earlier reveal. All right. Was the exact design or origin of the talisman symbols mapped out from day one? Are they meant to be a solvable puzzle for us? They say here the specific design of the talisman, like many things on the show, are the product of our amazing production designers and artists, but the origin of the symbol was always intended to be a clue to the nature of the mythology.
Okay. No, that sounds viable. I mean, we've been looking at the talisman symbols and the cave drawings for a while. So the art style, everything about it seems similar. I love that it was always part of the mythology. I would have never guessed it, but I love that it's there.
Yeah.
Every time they add this detail is just adding more rewatch value to the show, right?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna go back, we're gonna look at all these details, and we'll be like, I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to say anything from 10. I know.
I'll
I'm really
kick you out right now. Don't do it.
I know. So, like, one thing, you know what? Stop there.
Okay. Listen, I'll take that. I'll take that. By the way, I know y'all are dropping a lot of comments. I'm trying to be mindful of the time because y'all want to go watch the show. And, so I'm not going to be able to get to everything right now, but I do want to address this. Anthony, what do you think about Ethan becoming the man in yellow?
No, man, stop it. Why are we still doing this? Him, Randall, everybody's the man. Why can man in yellow just can't be the man in yellow? Why can't it just be somebody else? There's got to be somebody who's already here.
Listen, I'm 1000% with this. Just off the top, the theory has never given me sufficient evidence to believe that it's even worth the time to think about. The most I've heard is, well, they both happen to know information. That's because of writing. If that were the case, then everything that Fatima said and Marielle said about there being an ancient evil here that feeds off of suffering, is Marielle going to turn into Fatima? Is Fatima bad logic? This is why I'm talking about bad logic. Oh, wait. What's the other one?
Ethan's got a yellow shirt.
Yellow.
He got a yellow shirt.
So he's got to be the man in yellow. You know who else the man in yellow? Boyd. Boyd wears so much yellow. He got 2 yellow shirts. Why can't Boyd be the man in yellow then, according to that logic? I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's a silly, not well thought out theory. I'm here for the theory making. I'm not here for bad logic. That's all. There's a difference. So I would say no, thank you. And why would Ethan want to kill his own family? What are we talking about? So Ethan just want to grow up and eat his reincarnated mama? Why? How? What are we saying? No, thank you. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta listen, get off them TikToks. I told y'all to stop cheating on my channel with the TikTok influences. Stop it. They're gonna mess y'all up. Okay, they're gonna mess y'all up.
I saw you wear yellow once.
Listen, I might be the man in yellow. Who knows? Anyway, I do like the fact that they had that plan too with the talismans. That means, again, a sign that they knew what they were doing. All right, will we understand why you called the show From in season 5 and the answers are already there? Now, this was your question. I remember you asked the creators that, Boyd, you asked Harold a while ago.
Everybody.
Why is this show called From? Okay, why? Let's see. We've kind of avoided any rigid explanation on the title so that people can decide what it means for them. But I think it's fair to say the word from is very much a hyphen on a gravestone, kind of like Rakim said. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at. Boo! I don't like
that made sense to you?
No, I don't like that answer at all.
What did that mean? What are you talking about? The hyphen on the gravestone. So I need somebody in the comments. Do y'all know what this man is talking about? Hyphen out the gravestone?
I don't know. I
know Rakim.
I mean, I was gonna say, first of all, this is also John. Okay, I know that's John. I don't think Jeff listened to Raquel. I know John listened to some Raquel. But still, what are you talking about? Like, what are you saying? Just say why the just say why it's from.
John got black friend.
John does have some black friends. All right. Let's see. How do you build the mythos of this show? Is it all original or is it borrowing from different ideas? Ooh, now this is interesting. Because how many times, I don't know about you, how many times have other people sat here and said, oh, well, you know, this is the King in Yellow, this is Lost. Fairy. Like, there's been a lot of times. So I think this is a valid question. Valid question. Let's see, what do they say? In many ways, the show is built on familiar tropes with the intention of creating something that feels first familiar, yet becomes something entirely different. We've always looked at the show as character drama dressed up as a nightmare, where the mystery is a familiar vehicle to carry all the themes and questions that we wanted to explore. Thoughts on that?
I like it because it keeps us on our toes and it has inspired the audience that the show has garnered, right? Because they're borrowing from so many familiar things, whether it's the King in Yellow, Nightmare on Elm Street, whatever everything by this oh shoot, why am I blanking on his name? Not Wes Craven, the other horror dude.
James Wan?
No, the one who made Welcome to Derry and
Muschietti?
No, the actual
Stephen King.
Stephen King, thank you. Yes, they borrowed heavily from Stephen King and all these folklore. I love it. I think it's actually one of the more original things that I've seen in a TV show, where they take pre-existing folklore stories and remix it into something so wholly unique that all of us have this assumption of what the show is based off of what we see. So I love that. And I hope we see more shows do that. It was something you and I spoke about with like Sinners and Sukiant, where people borrow from other things for their stories.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and if we're gonna keep it on music, I'm always of the opinion that even, you know, when it comes to movies, for example, there's nothing really completely original, right? Something is borrowed or something was inspired by a story that's been around for 2,000 years or whatever. And what I like to think about in terms of music is people will be fine with the remix more so probably than a sample. Because if you're sampling and you don't really mix it up, then you might as well just go listen to the original, right? Like it sounds too familiar. But if you remix it and you really change it up and it almost sounds a little different, now, you know, and maybe I'm getting my music terms mixed up. I know somebody gonna come and correct me, but I think that we like it when it's new enough where it doesn't feel like Lost. It doesn't feel like just Welcome to Derry or some other Stephen King thing or whatever. But if you can mix it up just enough, I think that is perfectly what we want. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay. And the other thing that they mentioned was this is a character drama. Okay, like I'm trying to tell y'all, people have been I think misled to believe what this show is. It is not about the mystery. It is not about the suspense or the supernatural stuff. We want it to be. Want it to be that, but these guys that are making this, they care about the characters. They want listen, their bread and butter is look at what this character is going through. Look at how they're feeling. Look at how they're reacting. That's what they want. We want, hey man, when the monster's coming? Is that a giant doll? Is that what's up with them scarecrows? What's up with that book? Like, that's what we want. Okay, so we are at a crossroads in terms of what they've given us and what we want. So anyway,
I will say this: I do think season 4 has done a lot of course correction, because you and I were frustrated with 2 and 3, and
a lot of people were.
Yeah, 4 feels like it's refreshing. There are new threats. The monsters are back. Yeah. And we're not spending nearly as much time focusing on character progression as we used to. I haven't seen Kenny all season. I don't know where he at.
Yo, some of these characters are getting put on the back burner.
Yeah.
You know, and listen, I know Ellis enjoys this a whole lot. But we need some other people to get deep down. Sorry, we're not
leave this man alone. Leave him alone.
I'm sorry. Yeah. My bad. All right, Ellis Watch will continue. All right, will we be seeing more of Douglas Hughes in season 5? That's aka the Man in Yellow. Mm-hmm. Long story short, you probably haven't seen the last of Mr. Hughes. Of course not. Of course he gonna come back. We know this. So yes, duh.
Mr. Hughes is doing a lot.
What's one scene you're most proud of the viewers may not realize was especially difficult to pull off? Were there any major storylines that were cut or changed specifically during development? Which fan theory came closest to the truth? Ooh, okay. The sequence where the animals get out of the barn, that's season 3,
episode 1,
right? In the middle of the night was by far the most challenging sequence we've done on the show. See the answers above. Where we complimented the brilliance of our actors. Turns out the animals are a bit more of a challenge, or a bit more challenging. Plus, it was sub-zero temperatures. As kind of loving as our cast and crew are, we are fairly certain that they hated us both that night of the writing that sequence. I could imagine. I could imagine that for sure. Let's see. Haya wanted to ask if Julie can actually change the past. Come on now. Even if the Man in Yellow said that she couldn't, once the story's been told, there was an instance where she tossed the rope down to Boyd when he was stuck in that well. With that, I was genuinely confused if she could actually change the timeline. Here we go, y'all. Glad you asked this question. There is a big difference between going back and changing the story as opposed to finding out you're part of the reason the story played out that way in the first place. Oh my gosh. When I tell you the level of validation that just gave me. How many times? Yes, I'm going to take this victory lap real quick. How many times in my videos have I told y'all Julie is not changing the story? Julie is becoming part of the story. She was always a part of the story. That's a time travel paradox. It's called the bootstrap theory. Okay. She is the cause. In other words, because I know sometimes this goes over people's heads. I understand. Just think this through. If Julie didn't throw the rope to Boyd, who else was there to throw it? Because if you believe that she changed the story, who else was there to throw the rope to him? If the answer is no one, then that lets you know it was always Julie. I'm gonna let that marinate for a minute. It was always Julie. It's not like, Kenny was there and he could have thrown it and she knocked him out the way and she was like, nah, I'm gonna throw this rope. That's not what happened. Okay. If Julie had never gone back in the past to throw the rope, Boyd would have been stuck in the well, meaning he never would have gotten the worms. He never would have went back to town. We never would have had the cicada monster. The cicada monster would have never trapped Julie, and Julie would have never started story walking. So Julie had to be the cause of everything from the beginning. So, once again, yes, Martin was there, but Martin wasn't doing it. Right? Yeah. Okay, we saw that.
All right.
From the beginning, just saying, this is a time travel paradox, and I'm gonna give this to you in a sec. Writers only write what's necessary. Every single word in a script is highly looked at and scrutinized, and they don't just throw things out for no reason. So when they say you cannot change a story, they didn't leave it blank. They made it conditional. They said you cannot change a story once it's been told. Okay? Meaning Julie can't change a damn thing that's already happened. If it hasn't happened, that's different. But if it already happened, she cannot change that story. All right, Anthony, what you want to throw in now?
I'm sitting over here in the comments. Somebody was like, "Yo, was Julie's wig part of the story?" Like, I don't understand what they getting on her about.
Why are y'all like this?
It's like, was this always planned?
This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice conversations. This is why we can't. We over here theorizing, and y'all over here wig shaming.
Oh man, I to a degree, I don't know how sincere that is or how truthful that is, because we know that they're making stuff up, right? We know that they're changing stuff on the fly. So this whole thing with the story walking and Julie always being the one to throw the rope, I've in my gut felt,
you think that was improvised?
Yeah, I felt like they were going off of our internet reaction and obsession over who threw the rope for like a year and a half.
There was a lot of hype over the rope. There was a lot of hype over the rope.
Way more hype than it was necessary, right? Like nobody even cared that Tabitha ended up in the real. None of that mattered. None of that. Who threw the rope?
They cared about her reflection.
Yes, but you know that the rope became the focus of the conversation. Facts. So to that extent, I don't know how to receive that. But I do like that they have this rule, and I love that you emphasize the condition that you can't change a story once it's been told, and they are going back and saying, look, if you were already part of the story, then that's a big difference. It does give them a lot of room though, right? Because now they can always add to it again. I'm still hoping, let me be careful. I'm still hoping to get more of Julie's story walking.
Yes. And I think that's essential, right? Like we, and this is why I try to emphasize this. We don't know all the rules. And especially if you've watched any time travel movie, Avengers Endgame, Back to the Future, Primer, Predestination, all of those movies have different rules for time travel. Every single one of them. There's so many different theories of time travel, and you have to make sure that you don't just say, oh, okay, well, we're using Back to the Future rules. No, we're not. Right? Oh, well, we're using the rules from, Terminator. No, we're not. Like, you don't know the rules until it's actually explained in here. So I agree with you. We need to know, how does actual time travel work or story walking in this universe, in this world, because we don't know completely. I did not expect a bootstrap, paradox at all. Like, I had to go look that up. Interstellar. Thank you. Like, everybody's got different rules. Is it a multiverse? Is it a single timeline? Is it does the grandfather theory work here or not? Like, it's we don't know. We don't know.
Dimension with its own multiverse?
I don't know. All right. But I'm glad that they at least said that it played out the way that it was supposed to. Okay. All right. Have you considered selling any merchandise?
Man. Don't give them no ideas.
Hold on. Actually, I didn't see this answer. Hold on. I didn't see this answer. Let me see. What did they say? Nothing will make us happier, but that is above our pay grade. Well, that
damn.
Listen, they don't have the ability to sell merch or anything like that. And with that said, did nobody tell me that I couldn't? So, if you would like your own firm merchandise, you can absolutely go on here. Let me put this link in the comments for the peoples. Y'all can get the same shirt that I'm wearing right now. Y'all can get anyone. Look at this. I made a new one right there. Ooh, man, come on now. Y'all gonna get everything right there. Right there. Boy, just go ahead and get you one of them from shirts. Y'all gonna like it. Uh-oh, hold on. I done kicked you out. My bad. I done kicked you out. But yes, go ahead and get that. So yes, for apparently they can't do it, but
we can't
say they couldn't either. So
there you go.
Whatever. All right, let's see. Here we go. Which character surprised you the most when you saw them go from paper to being acted out? Did you gain new favorites or like old favorites less? Did you have any of the actors in mind or when writing these characters? It says here we are blessed with the amazingly talented voice, with the amazingly talented cast. Seeing every character brought to life was a joy, and all those characters' voices have been influenced, sometimes in smaller ways, sometimes in larger ways, by the performer playing them. That has been one of the joys of making this show, watching it come to life. I don't know why they are lying and not just saying Victor. Might as well just say Victor.
Just say it.
Victor has been easily one of the most magnetic characters. And this is no shade to nobody else. It's just that, man, like Scott is killing it. They have killing it. He is killing it. And yeah, like, I don't know how it's just not him. I don't know.
They can't do that. They're friends with all the other actors.
I know.
You can't really
you can't pick your kid.
That's like picking a favorite kid. Yeah.
You can't pick your
can't
kid.
Do that.
We can. It's Victor.
It is. And Jade.
Let's see what inspired you to create the show. It's got to be the King of Yellow. The idea behind the show was to explore what it would be like if your reality were ripped away from you, and you find yourself living in a nightmare. Who you become when everything you know is gone. Hey man, y'all better chill out, because a whole lot of people been sitting here talking about if everybody wake up and it's all a dream, throw this show away. You better chill out with this what if it's a nightmare nonsense. Now, they already said that this is nobody in a coma. This is not nobody in purgatory. So they've already said that this is a real place, but they need to stop with all this nightmare talk. Because if these mofos wake up from a dream, I'm throwing everything out. Like, don't do that. Do not.
I just had this conversation with the Blurreds because
Yeah.
they were not. Some people are confused as to whether or not Henry is seeing the real world with the hospital scenes.
Henry ain't.
I know
no
that,
real
but there's
world.
some people out there who's like, is it real? Listen, it's one of those things that people want to gravitate toward. This can't be real. It has to be a shared dream. It's got to be like Lost. It has to be purgatory. It's got to be something that my mind can understand.
I'm not gonna say none. I'm not gonna say none.
All right, listen.
Here go a fun one. Here go a fun one. And this might.
Yeah.
I think you had a theory on this too.
What's this?
Are the fallen trees in the middle of the road different in each episode, or are they all the same tree? And they're saying they're different trees. So
I like that they felt that one needed an answer.
Every time there's a fallen tree, y'all, it's a different tree. It's a different tree. I don't know what this means. So you had a theory on the trees. If you want, you can go for it.
I think the trees are like the Ents, and they got their own personality and goal. Remember the Ents from Lord of the Rings?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, we're not in this war. We're just, but y'all messing with us. So now we're going to take a side. I feel like the trees are independent players that are stuck in this place. The fact that they're moving gives me reason to believe they may be alive, is even the faraway trees. But I'll stop there.
Okay, that's cool. I got a theory on the trees, but I got to work that out in another video. So I'll leave that there. But I do have a theory. Theory.
I like it.
What is the hardest character to kill off? Trudy. Okay, sorry. There has not been an easy character to say goodbye to. One of the things we're most proud of is that the word Fromville is more than just a hashtag. The cast really is like a family, and there is a grieving process every time we have to say goodbye. I don't know why they lying. Who's okay? All right. Who was the hardest character to say goodbye to?
For us?
Yeah. Because forget them. They can't pick. They're not gonna pick.
Father Kotri. Because Father Kotri, I was hyped. I was like, yo, him and Boyd, they about to solve this. They about to go at this like supernatural. Like they gonna solve this problem. And then Father Kotri's death just gutted the show for me for a second. I was like, this ain't even the same show no more. This is like when Ned Stark died in Game of Thrones. I'm like, what are we doing from here?
Man, they sliced that man up fast too. I didn't even see it coming.
They did.
Man.
I see the comments is all saying Jim.
I mean, you know what though? Jim to me was probably the biggest like what the F moment because my man been there for 3 whole seasons. He kicked it off. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, y'all, that was your net start. I thought he was gonna be there my man was smart. He was looking at stuff, he was figuring it out. He came up with the bottle tree answer. I'm like, this here we go. I didn't know that he violated horror movie rules because he knew too much. And when you know too much in horror, you got to go. You're going to get got. So, you know, and yes, I agree. I didn't like Jim at first because he was getting a little annoying, but they started bringing him around. They started making him a little bit, he started to become a believer, you know? So I see people saying Tien Chen. I like Tien Chen.
Doing nothing. She wasn't doing nothing. She was there. Don't get me wrong. She was emotionally cool like Donna, but she's not doing any. Her and Donna don't do anything.
You know what, though? I would say this. Because I don't think I had a huge connection with Tien Chen, but I was always pre-hurting for Kenny. Like, it was Kenny's reaction that was always like, come on. Like, yes, Tien Chen is not, I'm not saying I got nothing against her, but I was like, this dude literally lost both of his parents. Like, within a year, not even a year, within a couple of days, in graphic, gruesome ways. Like, it was Kenny's reaction to me that hit me the hardest. And I'll just give y'all a little quick thing. My theory, because I don't know if we can do this yet. If we had to come up with a list of expendable characters, right? Yeah, I know. This should be a video. I know.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna give you my methodology. Just the way I think about it. I ain't gonna tell you who it is. But if we had to come up with a way to come up with like who's gonna die next, first of all, I'm gonna call out the writers right now because y'all don't have the guts to do this. Y'all not gonna kill off Boyd. Y'all not gonna kill off Boyd. First off,
you sure?
Yup. You see how I'm going with the safest answer.
I know.
But I think that when you look at the people who have died, not only are they expendable, but they always have a direct correlation to somebody else that is important. So in other words, Father Khatri dies because he's important to Boyd. Tien Chen dies because she's important to Kenny. Right? So like when you look at the deaths of Miranda or, you know, Eloise or whoever, that's important to Victor. So like I feel as though when you think about who's going to got next, think about one, are you essential to the story? And two, is somebody else going to feel more affected if you're gone? Now, I could say Ellis. I could. And that would probably be one of the most useful things this man could do. But I'm going to say it's not Ellis.
Oh, man.
Because if it was Ellis, the show would be done. Boyd would give up. Boyd would stop. Boyd would be like, I don't care. I'm going into the tunnels just like this. Monsters, here I go. Let's go. I'm popping caps in y'all. Y'all can take. So I don't think it's Ellis. But okay, I'm gonna leave it there.
I don't like this conversation.
I know.
I don't like it.
I know. But okay, well, we can move on. We can move on. I'm sorry. And they should have said Trudy. Trudy was definitely the hardest.
Oh God.
Why does Elgin have 0 survival skills? Said here because he spent too much time making owls with his grandmother.
Oh.
I'm not going to defend this man.
Yo,
I'm not. I can't defend this man. I don't know.
What'd he do? Hey, Sophia, I found a photo and it looks just like. Oh, Elgin, my Nova Scotian brother. Listen, why are you so stupid?
This I'm gonna reserve my comments. I'm gonna reserve
Yeah.
my comments on him. All of the residents are abducted by Fromville direct, or are they? Are all the residents abducted in Fromville direct descendants of OG, Jade, and Tabitha? I think this is going into the reincarnation thing.
Okay.
So it
I
says
like this one.
no. In fact, none of the residents, aside from present day Jade and Tabitha, are their descendants, with the exception of Victor, who was Miranda's child. Miranda is a reincarnation of Tabitha. As Jade now knows, all of the other residents are just minnows who unfortunately heard the cries of the children. You want to marinate on that, or you want me to go?
I'm trying to process what they're saying because there's a lot of tricky words up in
there. There's a lot of
not just tricky to me.
Now.
It's tricky.
They're tap dancing right now.
What do they mean by descendants? What does that mean?
So I think by descendants, they just, because that was the question from the person. I think what they really should have asked is everybody in Fromville reincarnated? I think that's what they should have asked. You got to be, when you asking these guys questions, you have to be specific. Don't give them no wiggle room. So they are technically correct in saying that, yes, by descendants, that means being offspring, Victor is the child of Miranda. That is the descendant. Now, past lives, that's not a descendant, right? That reincarnation is not like, oh, well, this person hooked up with this person, and that's not how reincarnation works. So I'm a little upset that this person who asked the question didn't say reincarnated, because descendants gives them an easy out to avoid the real question. So yes, like Julie is a descendant, Ethan is a descendant. Victor is a descendant. Why come
they not listed?
But that's not the question we need answered. What we need answered is, are they all reincarnated? Yeah. So I think what stands out to me is more so of the last line about Jade now knows that all the other residents are minnows. Because how did that line go? Minnows in a shark nest or something like that?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Who heard the cries?
So the way I'm interpreting that is these are innocent bystanders that have gotten caught up, which I like. I like that. I don't like the idea that everybody's reincarnated and everybody has a specific role and everybody. I don't like that idea. I like the idea that, hey, some people just got caught up in a bad situation. They probably didn't deserve it. And now they're caught in a nightmare. That's scary to me. Like, it's scary if I just am minding my own business and I happen to walk into a hellish place. That's a whole lot scarier versus, oh, well, in the past life you did something bad, so now you got to come back over and like, whatever. I don't want to hear that. So I think that whole, when young Jade was like minnows in a shark nest or whatever it was, the real bait has always been Tabitha and Jade. They're the ones that keep on getting caught up and called back. But everybody else, when you throw out a net, yeah, you're trying to get that shark, but you're going to get some other stuff along the way. There's going to be other fish caught in that. You might grab some crabs, you might grab some lobster, or some octopus or something. Like, you're going to grab some other things, and it sounds like everybody else are those other things. That's my interpretation.
I'm trying to read this and try to discern if they made mistakes.
Maybe.
Because, like, they write Miranda is a reincarnation of Tabitha, but we know it's the other way around. Tabitha is a reincarnation of Miranda. So I'm stuck on that. And I'm also stuck on the fact that they went out of their way to clarify Victor. Right? So they were like, nobody here is a reincarnation with the exception of Victor, who was Miranda's child. And I'm like, why did they go out of their way? Especially when we know Tabitha has children.
Yeah.
Right? So why is he the only descendant listed? And why not the others? Are they?
I mean, we know they are descendants, but I don't know.
Are they?
Listen, unless Tabitha got some explaining to do.
Right? Maybe she adopted? I don't know. Maybe they were gems from a previous relationship.
I don't know.
Right? They could have been gems from a previous relationship and she just had Thomas. Right? Julie and Ethan don't look very Latino.
We're gonna move on. We gonna move on. If someone made a From video game, would you play it? I think it would make an awesome game. They say yes, but only if I got to be one of the background colony house residents wondering what the F is going on and how did I get here. First of all, I would love playing a From video game.
Man,
I feel like that would be that somebody needs to make some money.
Somebody need to add me to that Fortnite mod.
Listen, I would do this. I would play this game. Okay. I'm with that. Is the ending hidden or alluded to somewhere in episode 1? They say there are probably more answers in 1 than most people realize. Hey, Fae theory unlocked.
Yeah. Fairy, Fae.
Evil Tooth Fairy theory unlocked.
Sure.
Go back, watch episode 1. First of all, I've been telling y'all since episode 1 of season 1. Ethan has been spoiling the story every time this boy talked. This boy, there was scarecrows and crows and spiders and giant boogeyman. This little boy been telling y'all everything that was about to happen from the jump. Been telling y'all. Shoot. So yeah, I definitely agree that there are episodes, but like I said, we just probably don't know. We don't have the decoder ring. We don't know exactly what everything means. Some things kind of feel like throwaway information, but some stuff are probably more important than we actually assume. You know, so what else? Is there any character that we have already seen and considered to be good, normal person, but they are actually not? Classic John. Yes, no, maybe. That I feel like, listen, this is the same thing I said the moment we found out about Clara.
Yeah.
The way they revealed Clara, like there were no signs. There were no listen, hey, hold on, because I got to talk to the people. Somebody gonna come in the comments. I always knew it was Clara. I know you always thought, but there were no signs. They literally could have pulled that out from anybody. You know who else could be a mole? If we go off of how they did it with Clara, Patty Two-Face could be a mole for all we know. Because we didn't know who had a dream about the man in yellow before the Matthews conveniently got there. That is classic writing of them omitting information, right? And by the way, Clara didn't even know she was a mole. Clara literally sat there and said, I thought it was all a dream. She wasn't out here plotting and scheming and doing anything. She wasn't doing that. So I'm just saying, at this point, anybody could be the mole. I think it's a background person in Colony House, personally. You know, I see some people saying Donna still. That would be heartbreaking.
Man.
That y'all would jack me up. If Donna ended up being like, I told y'all I said to leave that tower alone. If Donna was like, I told y'all to stop messing around. I don't know. What do you think, man? Any other person you suspicious of?
After they did what they did with Clara, any background character with a name.
And lines.
They caught me slipping with Roger, right? They caught me slipping. I was like, oh, he's at the lake. It's gonna be fine. They caught me slipping. I ain't falling for it no more. So any background, so definitely Patty, Pizza Face Patty, she's on the list.
Not Pizza Face. Damn. I thought I was bogus calling her Two-Face.
But like you said, anybody could be on the list. I had Elgin high on my list because of that grandfather stuff and the fact that he dreamt about this place, but we never saw it. Yeah, he was always on my sus list. Like, oh, you said it, but it happened off camera. So
right. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. What else? So, are we supposed to already know why? We will soon know how. My question is, where are they? They said here they are in Fromtown. We thought that would be clear by now. Damn. Thought that'd be clear by now. Sorry, bad joke. We will explain where they are. Man, that's messed
up. That was messed up.
They say, why you not paying attention? What's wrong with you? We thought we told y'all where they were. They in Fromville. You don't know that by now? Bad joke. Yeah, all right. Nah, they meant that. They meant that with their chest. Does this give you reassurance that this is not a dream? This is not poltergeist, some other thing. It's not a simulation.
Yeah. No, not
they
a simulation,
are in
not a thing. I still love how characters in the show make theories.
Yes.
Right. They'll have these little moments where I think this is this, or I think this is that. And then a lot of times when the characters make a theory in the background, they've been spitting.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah was like, oh, Nathan had a theory.
Yep.
I think, you can get this place mad. And so I pay attention to the theories. And one of my favorite theories has always been Dale's pocket universe theory. I was like, this feels too consistent with other characters making theories, saying it out loud, giving it detail for it to be that easily dismissed. So back in my mind, I'm still like, this could still be a pocket dimension.
Okay. By the way, anybody that's leaving the super chats, we will get to those at the end. I do want to try and get to the answers from the creators. If everybody's just joining, we're the creators, John Griffin and Jeff Pinkner. They had gone on Reddit, did Ask Me Anything. So what we're doing is going through and just reacting to the answers that they are giving us. But yeah, we will get to the super chats. But first, we're going to get through the answers here first. So you're not being ignored. Let's see. Will we get to see more of the ballerina and the music box in season 5? Hey, listen. I didn't know they added some of these. This is a good question. We may very well see the ballerina dance again. Stay tuned. That's what I need to know.
We need this.
This is what I need to know. Yes.
I don't know why I'm excited, but
listen,
I am.
This has been one of the worst mysteries of this show, because everything else kind of sort of can lead to this or that or whatever, but the ballerina made no sense. So, for example, the worms in Boyd made sense. Why? Because Boyd said, oh man, worms are creepy. I don't like it. Okay, well, the cicada monster clearly got a sick sense of humor and used the fears of the forest, your girl Sarah's theory, to become that reality. And Nathan, who died there, had the fear of cicadas being a monster, and boom, we have a cicada monster. The ballerina don't make no sense. Now, one person has talked about dancing. Now, one person has talked about a fear of ballet. Now, one person has talked about any of this stuff. So you better talk about the ballerina in season 5. You better. Even Tabitha and her little Cabbage Patch dolls or whatever. Like, we understand that. That makes sense. But the ballerina just popped up out of nowhere and started doing some little toot, whatever, plies, and walked out. I'm happy for this. Any thoughts?
I definitely am excited for this, because this is one of the things that is lingering. I want to know whose fear was unlocked with the ballerina, right? I'm just waiting for them to say Victor doesn't like ballerinas. That's what I'm waiting for. They freak me out.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. I got to work on the theory for that too. They poured their They poured their hopes into the roots, which became the tree. But the bottle tree isn't the only faraway tree we've seen. There are at least 2 others, with Victor saying there's a bunch of them. Did the children's hopes also form those faraway trees? Great question. That's John, to leave you hanging.
Didn't even put a period.
Nothing. Now, I'll just say this. I know that me and you, we've identified at least 4 different faraway trees.
Yeah. So
there definitely is more than one.
Name them.
East, west, north, south. I don't know. Tree number 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I mean the tree outside of Colony House that Victor took Julie to, the tree that Victor took Ethan to when he first showed him the faraway trees.
Yeah.
The bottle tree.
And then the other bottle tree, I think. Wasn't there was one by the lighthouse, right?
The lighthouse, the faraway tree by the lighthouse, the one that Boyd went into.
So listen, as long the fact that they're evading this gives me the impression that this will be something answered. I think.
Are there more kids sacrificed?
I don't know. Are there more new locations of the town that we haven't seen or that we haven't been to in the show that we might go to in season 5? Stay tuned. This is what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, blew my mind when there was a whole nother encampment.
Yeah.
In season, what was that, 3 or whatever?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I was like, let's go. There was more. There's got to be more people. There's got to be more something. So yeah, and we still ain't learned what the hell was on the top of that roof when they was in the cabin.
Okay. I didn't even think about that.
You know what I'm talking about? That was crawling or walking.
Yeah,
or
I think in
noise.
hindsight we kind of assumed it was the dolls, but the
was
dolls
it the
weren't
dolls? First of all, them Kool-Aid dolls was busting through walls. They didn't sound like they was just tip tapping around or nothing. Like,
this is true,
man. Listen, I think they were spiders. I think. Will we get an after the ending breakdown, please? A talk show with the guests going over things people have missed. If Conan O'Brien is available, yes. Otherwise, to be this.
Reach out. There's your sign.
I've been telling them. What are y'all doing?
Nah, man.
This has got to be one of the biggest fumbles for MGM Plus. This your number one show, and y'all don't even do the after the episode discussions. Y'all don't have a podcast. I mean, Game of Thrones shows you how to do it. Walking Dead shows you how to do it. Like, what are you afraid of?
Money. But this is your opportunity, just like with the t-shirts. Invite them back after season 5. Just be like, hey, hash it out.
I'm ready. Okay. First of all, this is already y'all number one from destination after every episode. But listen, I'm one call away. I can't say, but that's all I got.
No.
Will the relevance of the spider symbolism throughout the show become clear? Yep. I didn't even know that was okay. Now there is a theory out there. People saying about them black eyes that they saw from the man in yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he could be a big old giant spider himself. What you think about that theory?
I absolutely believe at this point that the man in yellow is behind everything. He's the spider. He's creating dolls. I can't. Yes, I'll stop there. Yes, he's the spider. Him.
The only thing I would hate about that is that it's a little too close to Pennywise.
Yes,
because Pennywise is also like a big old intergalactic spider.
A lot of stuff about the man in yellow is giving Pennywise vibes.
Yeah. Now, listen, if it turns out this is all one big connected Stephen King universe, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. But
if it's a hidden sequel, sure. Secret sequel.
Right. Because Stephen King did give a whole lot of praise to this show.
Mm-hmm.
Whole lot. Is Eloise, come on through, still alive? And is she someone we have already seen on screen? Now, a lot of y'all already been saying, Clara is Eloise. And let's see what
This is it.
Eloise is dead. R.I.P. A fascinating thing about mystery box shows is that the audience creates mysteries of their own. Maybe that says something about our willingness to believe in or seek out conspiracies, but no, Eloise is dead.
Dun, dun.
Well, damn.
That's it. That's the end of those theories. That put that to bed. Anybody who's still out there thinking this person is Eloise or that person is Eloise grown up, amnesia, shut it down. That was it. The creator of the show said she's dead. She dead. I watched the show. She dead. But that's it. There's no more to say about this one. R.I.P. Now, there's going to still be some people out there who are going to be like, well, maybe she's reincarnated. Maybe Ethan is Eloise. Whatever. Do whatever you want to do. Go ahead. Eloise is dead.
I don't like this one bit.
Why?
I don't like it.
Why you don't like it?
The only reason I don't like it is because, one, I have a whole theory about Eloise. That show was love. I sure would love if my Eloise theory were true.
Sorry.
But this might be the one time I kind of wish that they're just lying to us. Not because of my theory, not because of that. Only because when you look at the way they've written anything about Eloise, they've left so much reasonable doubt open with an unreliable narrator like Victor, who didn't even remember he had a sister. You know, talking about, I think that was her. The little pieces that were left of her, I think that was her. Eloise was always good at hiding. I don't know. Like, what are you? Like, why are you being so obtuse? Like, why are you being so just like mysterious about it? So I hope they're lying. I hope, because to me, it seems like y'all were doing too many rhetorical and like written gymnastics around her death to make it as final there. So
I got one.
Go ahead.
They changed the plan.
You got what you
They
mean?
Changed the plan. Maybe at one point there was a plan for Eloise, but she dead.
Yeah.
Right? Going into season, we got 10 episodes. We got 10 hours. She dead.
She dead.
We got spiders. We got floods. We got people to get home. She dead.
She dead.
Damn, sorry.
Damn. That's not one I wanted to give a she dead to.
Make it happen.
I know people. Hey, Story Walker. Listen.
I still think
if she was a Story Walker, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we got to think this out. If she's a Story Walker, where's her body? Remember, people that Story Walk, at least from what we've seen, we don't know all the rules. You mean to tell me that she just been out there in the woods, like having a whole seizure for years? What is she doing? I don't know. I hope she's not a Story Walker. I hope that it's only Julie, because too many unique people with the same ability is doing too much. I don't need 2 Neos in my Matrix 4. I don't need that. Y'all gonna piss me off. I'm sorry. Let me get off this. What is the biggest responsibility you feel going into season 5? Oh, I like this. I think first and foremost, it's the feeling contract that we made with the audience when we set out on the journey, that they are in good hands and the time they invested will be rewarded. Equally important is to do justice to this thing that we hold very dear and love very much, and to give it the send-off it deserves. This is exactly what you were talking about earlier. They better stick that landing.
They better stick the landing. I mean, we've all gotten so emotionally invested. This is the little engine that could, right? This is the show that had no business being as successful as it was.
None.
On a network that nobody had, with a lead actor that, you know, we know him, but, you know, so I love that they recognize the people's emotional investment in this show and they care. Some people would just try to monetize it, stretch it out like The Walking Dead, do spinoffs, and not care about our investment or where we go with this emotionally. But these guys care, and I really care about that. That really means a lot to me.
No, I like that too. I'm gonna try and go a little faster so we can respect the time here. Will we ever know what happened to the motel? Real question is, was there ever a motel in the first place? Man, stop playing with me.
Keep going. I'm not even.
Stop playing. Whatever. All right. See, this is how they play these games. Was the doll that Megan was playing with in season 1, episode 1, the same doll that Tabitha's past self was playing with, and in turn iced Roger? The show has been my favorite since Game of Thrones ended. Sad to see it end, blah, blah, blah. Not the same doll, but that is wonderfully twisted idea. I also call that out. I think, well, maybe not in my episode breakdown, but why would it be the same doll? That doll would have been in the lake. Like, who went out in the lake and got the doll? Yeah, okay. Any thoughts on that? No? Yeah.
Not that it's the same doll, but I wonder if that doll was also able to come to life.
I don't know. I think if it was in the lake, then it's fair game. But if it's not, I mean, people probably coming in with dolls and toys. You know, we saw
that one. That one looked just like the Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, they're dolls. Like, you know, you seen one Barbie, you seen a bunch. No.
Raggedy Ann don't look like Barbie. But go ahead.
It's a good one. Will there be any abandoned storylines? We are going to abandon all the storylines that you are bored by. So hopefully the answer is no. Feel free to drop suggestions in the comments. Is there a boring storyline so far?
Boring?
Yeah. Is there anybody's story that you just like, we don't need to keep going into this?
No, I need to know everything.
Hold on.
Every freaking thing. I need to know what happened to Donna's sister.
Hold on. Who said this? What story? What story? He doesn't have a story. What are y'all talking about? That's a trick answer. Not even a trick question. It's a trick answer. What story are y'all talking about? I know they trolling. I know they are. This man ain't got no story.
Oh man, I need to know what happened with Abby. I need to know what happened with Boyd when he got bit by them spiders. I need to know everything. Every single storyline needs an. I need to know. Let me be quiet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. I almost went too far. I got questions about Kenny.
Is the man in yellow an ancient creature? I mean, come on. Obvious. He's definitely older than your oldest pair of jeans. Okay. Yeah. Obviously, he is old. Miranda saw him in a dream. He was in the town back when Victor was around as a boy. So yes, he is ancient. What's either of yours favorite Hitchcock movie and why? Man, nobody came out. I'm sorry. Whatever. We here for From. So are the birds ravens or crows? Well, that's a good one. The birds in the show are crows. The Ravens play in Baltimore. That's funny.
Okay.
Okay. Mystery solved with that. Because you know, what did Tabitha that said like, oh yeah, the Ravens, you know, they're a kindness. Listen, this was something I almost went on a side quest on because ravens, I think, no, it's crows that have the supernatural lore attached to them, like that, you know, like the crow, you know, like they will carry people's souls or whatever. I don't recall if there was some supernatural lore with ravens or not, but I do think that there is something important to know that these are crows. I think there's something there. And not to mention that bird that Ethan found that was trying to purify itself in the lake. You know, like, where did that come from? And that's the only other bird we had ever seen? Ever? So I'm okay with this. I like this. Is there more or less a layout for season 5? And if there was one word you would use to describe it or a hint at it for what's to come, what would it be? Yes, there is a layout. We have a framework for season 5, and the headline would be Endgame. Oh, damn. Damn. Okay. That sounds like this all about to end one way or another. Now, just real quick, and y'all can feel free to jump in on this too. When season 5 comes to an end, would y'all want to see the cycle stop or continue? What do you want? Do you want, Anthony, what do you want? Do you want it to continue, or do you want to, like, when I say continue, I mean the man in yellow wins, Ethan becomes the new Victor, and it just keeps on going.
I'm gonna stay here eating bugs.
Yeah, he gonna eat peaches and worms. Or they break the cycle, everybody goes home, they gotta be jacked up. Ain't no way you can just go back home and be like, like, ain't no way.
Nah, they gotta end it, and 90% of the residents have to die. Nobody could go home with what they know. Nobody could go home. You can't just, what are you going to do? Go to work on Monday?
90%, but rest in peace, Colony House.
Out of 47.
Good God.
I would say 42 of y'all need to go.
42?
But no, I would like to see the show end. And I always loved your idea for a prequel.
Yeah.
Rather than try to do a sequel and continue going again, continue with the Game of Thrones route and go to prequel route. There's plenty that you can mine in prior seasons and rounds.
Yeah, I agree with that. I to me, I'm like, I think that it would work mainly because now that we would hopefully have the answers and know the information the characters don't know, I think it would be kind of interesting to see more of how did we get here, or how did people almost get out of there, you know? But yeah, I'm with that. Who is Martin? That's all I want to know desperately. Stay tuned. Who is Martin? No, y'all don't see my face. No, y'all don't see my face. Who is Martin?
Who do you think he is?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who Martin is. I have no idea who Martin is. I just need that one win. I just need that one win. Eloise can die, but I need that Martin win. I want that.
Yeah,
I want that.
I mean, you got a lot of evidence to support your theory, so I will let it rock.
Listen, I did not believe it. It's not until I started looking at the evidence, like, what? I can't. It's adding up. Yeah. Every episode is something different.
For the 100 of y'all or so from the movie blog that may not know his theory, E-Man has a very, very popular theory about who the man in yellow actually is. Do you want me to say it? You want to say it?
Listen, I said Martin is the man in yellow. But
yes,
it's not enough to just talk about the claim. It's about examining the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's important. I want people to look at the evidence, come up with, you don't have to agree with it. I'm just saying I'm leaning more towards that because the evidence to me says that he is the man in yellow more than he's not. So anyway, I'm crazy. Martin, you so crazy. That's funny. Is story walking going to factor into season 5? Because I love that and wish we saw more of it, whether it be from Julie or someone else. This will become clear in season 5. That's all we need. That's all we need. Give us more rules. Make story walk. First of all, you have to. You have to give us more story walk. You cannot drop that big old tidbit and leave us hanging. So, are you happy about that? That we're getting more story walking in season 5? Okay.
Yes. Ever since we saw it in season 3, I'm like, what is this? Give me more.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, supply and demand, right? Like they definitely got us, increasing the demand. Is Father Captain's Ghost actually him?
And I love how the thing covers the answer.
Yeah, I did that. I'm gonna let you go with this. Let's 1 minute quick debate.
Oh, we going to debate this?
Just quick, because I forget where you land on this.
I said it is.
You say that is Father Catri's ghost.
I think it is because I think that I know you land on the other side of this.
Yeah.
So I think it is Father Catri's ghost based off of what we've seen from him in the last couple of episodes.
Okay.
He definitely pressed Boyd about moving forward with the end game and things like that. But there were times when Boyd would ask him questions and he just either gave Boyd seemingly new information or just didn't have an answer that even Boyd kind of knew. So that's why I'm like, it feels like it doesn't, he's not he's a projection of Boyd's subconscious when he starts asking him, hey, if we get these bones out, that's gonna work. I think it will.
Mm-hmm.
Boyd has no idea to even opine on this topic as to whether or not it'll work, but the ghost thinks it will.
So I do think that Father Khatri is Boyd's conscious at this point, mainly because of a couple of things. One, Jade was having similar hallucinations with Tom the bartender, and we also know that this show, the writers will speak through the characters through the show, and Jade said it like, "Oh, are you just a manifestation of my trauma in my mind or whatever?" Like he just plainly says it, and I think that is what Father Khatri is a manifestation of his trauma. Because
did Tom answer his question?
I forget if he answered it, but I think that like Jade was kind of like, that's just what it is. It's just like how Dale threw out like, oh, pocket dimensions. Like they just happen to say these things, which, are explanations. And as I've said, in my breakdowns, the way you can tell the difference between the subconscious versus like a completely separate entity is the type of information that is presented. So, for example, if Ghost Khatri had told Boyd about the hidden box that he buried, something that Boyd would have never known about, that would be new information. As someone who talks to themselves on a regular basis, shut up for anybody judging, I have conversations with myself, and through those conversations, I also will come up with revelations. I'd be like, aha, like that's what I was really thinking or whatever. And I feel like that's what Father Khatri now is having with Boyd, where they're just having a back and forth where he's questioning things, but he's really just talking to himself, and he's not getting new information, but he's getting self-revelations. So I do think he is not the actual ghost. But if y'all have any questions or if y'all have an idea, you let me know in the comments. Is that really Father Khatri? And of course, they left us hanging with a stay tuned. Of course. Yeah. Thanks a lot. No answers. No answers. What are your favorite parts of filming in Nova Scotia? Any plans for tours of the set once the show concludes? Yeah, I wish. The people filming through a Nova Scotia winter is particularly exciting. Yeah, not really. So the people are their favorite part. Comment remove. What y'all say?
By moderator.
That question feels dangerously close to asking.
Oh, I remember this one.
Which are our favorite? Do you know who it was?
I remember the question.
What was it?
The question was, which of the character actors surprised you? It was something like that. Like, which one of these characters is your favorite, or whose performance surprised you the most? I remember this one.
Okay. All right. So basically, he said they all are favorite kids. All right. Whatever.
Yeah.
My favorite aspect of the show is the monsters. Are we going to find out why they're such a-holes and tear people apart with glee? We have already suggested why the monsters behave the way they do, but it will continue to be explored throughout season 5. So, in other words, of course, you're going to get more monsters. Like, yes.
It don't sound like we're going to get an answer, though.
Well, to me, since they say they've already suggested why, if you are the type of person who's willing to sacrifice their own child for eternal life, whatever that is, I think that you're fully capable of any and all evils at that point. I think you're already depraved person where nothing else evil from you will surprise me. So if that's a suggestion, I guess. Do you have any other ideas of like why the monsters act the way that they do?
It's hard because these are the same type of people that sacrifice their children. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like
F these kids. I don't care about that. Like
if they sit here and tell me that they like pineapple on pizza, I'm not shocked. Yeah,
I feel attacked.
Oh yeah,
I feel so attacked right now. I just caught a stray. Okay.
It's not right. It's just not right.
Oh my gosh.
Without getting too specific, what part of next year should fans be most excited for? Okay. Our goal is to have very few parts the fans aren't excited for. That's a good answer.
It's a good answer. That's a great answer.
What's one thing the community has majorly overlooked as of now without giving any clues? Okay. Oh, that's it.
That's
Oh,
it. They
that's it.
didn't
What is the
reply.
answer? Oh, wait. We got one more. All right. By the end of the series, will every answer be revealed? Yes. Though we are certain people will still be mad at us for something. That is probably the realest answer that we could get out of this whole thing. So y'all still gonna be mad. Everybody is still gonna be mad. I think that's actually that's it for the answers. But I think that it is almost a damn near impossible task for them to answer everything. Let me put that differently. I don't think that they will answer everything the way everyone wants those answers to be answered.
Okay.
I think we will get answers. But when those answers are not like, hey, everybody, this is why the monsters do what they do. Hey, everybody, this is what the talisman. I think people are going to get upset about that.
Mm-hmm.
But to your point earlier, the biggest challenge they have is y'all got to stick this landing. You cannot afford to waste our time for 4 years and give us a lukewarm to cold ending where we're left hanging. Unless, and this would be the only caveat, this would be the only one. Unless y'all about to set up a spinoff show. If y'all set up a spinoff, yes, I understand people will be mad because more questions and all that, but you need to deliver. I'll let you take it.
Season 5 has so much that it needs to do. I'm actually kind of nervous.
I'm nervous
about pacing.
Yeah.
You know, this season 4, we've already seen diminished appearances from some of our favorite characters. We ain't see a lot of Kenny. We ain't see a lot of Donna. We ain't see much of Sarah. There's a lot of characters. None of the bus people did anything this season. None of them.
Barely.
So I'm a little nervous because I want to see these characters reach a organic, satisfying ending without it feeling rushed. So unless every episode is 90 minutes, like if they try to give us another 40-minute episode, what are we doing?
You know what? I'm not mad if they do the shorter episodes as long as it doesn't feel like filler. As long as you're not sitting here wasting our time with like, oh, I'm gonna go sit in the hallway and have a conversation with somebody about my feelings. I don't want that. I need we in the mess of things. Things are going down. Things are crazy. Monsters outside. We run. I don't like. I need that.
Yeah.
As long as every episode is hitting like that, I'm okay with if it's shorter. That's all.
I don't mind. Like my thing is this, right? I look at it like this. It doesn't matter how many episodes or that. What's the overall number of minutes in the season, right? I've seen Game of Thrones have shorter episode counts, but because the minutes were so long, you still got fulfilled with like 10. So I need long episodes.
No, that's fact. That's
fact.
We can't have no 30-minute, 35-minute Disney Plus BS.
No, don't. That finale, 90 minimum.
At this point, now I know I just debunked that other nonsense, but the season 5 finale might need to be 90 minutes.
Yes.
They might need to just go ahead and just, I don't know what MGM going green light or not, but they might need to push that one to at least over an hour. At least. All right. Let's get to these super chats and then we got to let people go.
Yeah, they got to go watch it.
I know. Anthony, the other Anthony. I was watching from earlier and stopped because things got weird, but I took your advice. And started again. I'm almost done with season 1. Is that right? It's bad. That's good. Listen, I told y'all, you go tell a brother in your life, any man, I took your advice, and just see how that man warms up. Just feel it. your brother, your son, your father, your husband, your boy, any man. You tell him that. See how he feel good inside.
I feel like I want to cry on the inside.
Right.
Good advice.
Right.
Because you be like, I love you.
Like it's right up there with I love you. It's right up there.
Yeah.
Because all we do, we always get the blame of men don't want to listen. They always want to solve things. Yes, because we care. That's how we care. That is our love language. When we give advice, it's because we care. If I don't care, I'm not telling you nothing at all. Sorry, sidetrack. All right,
we getting into love and respect.
I know. Thoughts on the theory that From is based on the Greek mythology story of the Titans. Also, you should check out From Skits by Sylvanus on YouTube. Isn't that the dude with the wig that did the Victor thing? I think. But I think I've seen it. Listen, I cannot tell y'all how many times people have sent me everything and anything From related. You know, I'm not saying you have to stop. I'm just saying I probably have seen it. I don't know if okay, so he was the Victor. Yeah, I seen it. My wife sent that to me. Like, so yes, I'm definitely on that. Anthony, what do you think about that? That From is based on the Greek mythology story of the Titans.
I think it's borrowing from that as well. I don't think it's solely based on it, based off of all the other stuff we've seen. But yeah, he definitely borrowed from that one. Check out From Skits by Sylvanus. Who's Sylvanus?
Yeah, you saw the one with I think you sent that to me with the black dude who's being Victor with
the wig on. Yes,
you've seen it. Yes. Listen. We've seen it. We've seen the AI guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he was in From? We've seen them all. we are in the From groups. We see it all. The algorithm right now is from.
My social. I only see From. I thought it was just me.
My kids no more. It's from.
What kids?
That's it. Right. Matthew, what you got? I think Jade and Tabitha made a deal to axe the kids. Oh, yes. You mean like originally? Like,
I think they were in on it.
I mean, yeah, I think they were part of. They were supposed to be the monsters, and they probably broke out the ritual. You know, I think that's what's being suggested. You know, but the real question is, how do they break it? How do they undo the ritual, or is that even possible? That's the real question at this point with Jade and Tabitha. But yeah, they were definitely part of the original crew, right? Mambo, what you got, man? Thank you so much, everybody. Maybe Elgin saw the man in yellow in his dream too. I mean, if he did,
he ain't say nothing.
He ain't say nothing about it. He said he saw the boy in white. He did mention that. He mentioned that he saw a body of water. Did Elgin see the Lake of Tears?
He said the body of water, and he asked about water in front.
And it looked like the Brundles. But when I went to the
Brundles,
but I need to go back to that scene because I don't remember if he was like, "Oh yeah, the Brundles." That's what I saw. I'm just wondering, did he see the Lake of Tears?
It's a good question. This
is why we do this live, y'all, because you don't know what's gonna come up. House of Mystics movie blog. Hiya, Anthony and E-Man. It's my first time seeing both of you together. Great collab. You both do great work. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Didn't we do the trailer? We did the trailer before.
Not this year.
We didn't do the trailer.
This is our first live for season 4.
We didn't. Yeah, you're right. Dang. That's because we be busy. Like, you be doing stuff in the real world. I be doing stuff on. It's a lot. But yes, even this was impromptu. Like, yeah, I had to call him up. Like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Right now. Like right now. I'm like, right now. What are you doing?
I was like, aren't we planning something for Monday?
Her real review. They need to do a movie like Stranger Things for the finale, but good. Ooh, I wouldn't mind if they did the movie version. I don't think they could put it in theaters only because I still feel like From doesn't get the respect that it deserves.
Nah.
I feel like it's like one of those shows that like unless you hear about it via word of mouth, you just not gonna know, you know. But if they dropped an hour and a half season finale, I'm with that. Like, I'll be locked in. That's I would love that. I would love that. So, but anyway, her real review. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the contribution and supporting the channel. All right, y'all. I promised you we would get out of here on time. Y'all got 3 minutes. If you have MGM Plus, you can watch the season finale of From. And then I haven't even posted my breakdown yet. Do you have your breakdown? When are they going to get to your breakdown?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Not me. Listen, I'm late. I'm late. So I was going to give a whole big explanation soon. But for a lot of the audience, you guys have noticed, I have not been able to do a lot of what I typically do for From. I do have a reason. And I'm going to just borrow from the From creators. Answers are coming. Stay tuned. We got to promote. Don't we got another live stream? Ain't we collabing again?
We're going to try. We will see what we can do, because I know I've been telling people we're going to live stream, for the finale. So here's what so far, and I don't like to, here's the thing. I don't like to overpromise and underdeliver. This is why I tell people to subscribe, because I need y'all to let the notifications let you know when stuff is coming. Because if I can't deliver, you can't be disappointed, right? Because I'm not going to overpromise. But here's what we're trying to do. You're definitely going to get a breakdown video. Hold on, let me make sure I ain't get blocked real quick, because Paramount they've been on some BS lately, blocking my videos. Okay, I'm in the clear so far. All right, so hopefully 12:01, you should get my breakdown video right after y'all finish watching the season finale. And then I'm gonna let that marinate. I'm gonna let y'all talk. We're gonna have conversations in the comments and stuff. We're going to try to go on Monday and see if we can do a live stream then. So once everybody, because I know everybody watches at different times, then because if we do it at like 2:00 in the morning, some people ain't watched it yet. We can't do it at night. Some people ain't watch. We're gonna give people 24 hours to watch it, and then we'll try and come back on Monday, and we will go ahead and check it out. No, it comes out 12 Eastern. It comes out in 2 minutes. 2 minutes on MGM Plus. And then I believe on later on it comes out at 7 or 8 o'clock or whatnot.
At 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock, something like that. Yeah.
But yes. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that at that point. So again, subscribe,
Teflon's live,
hit the notifications, make sure that you guys are following, so that way when we do something like surprise collabs, and by the way, we might have a little guest. We might have some surprise people coming up. I don't want to promise nothing because I don't know who's gonna commit, but you don't know who or not. You don't know who or hold on. You don't know who or what may pop in. I hope y'all subscribe. It's 573, y'all. I hope y'all subscribe.
Now. It's 573.
Listen, people showing up. They want to answer. Okay. We gave them something. I don't know if we gave y'all the answers y'all wanted. We gave y'all something. Right? So, all right, y'all. You guys know, Anthony, tell people what you got going on, where they can find you.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You all can find me at the Movie Blog. I'm here on YouTube. I'm on every platform there is at the Movie Blog or at the Movie Blog online. I'm going to have my deep dive out this week. It won't be tonight. It is going to be a little bit later. I promise you, though, it is worth the wait. If you guys have been rocking with me this whole time, if you guys have been laughing with all the jokes, I'm going to deliver in 10. We got more to come.
There you go.
Oh yeah, in the live stream Monday.
Of course. And like I mentioned, yes, I will have my breakdown hopefully up in about like an hour or so. So you guys can check that out. I do have a grievance. I'm just giving you a heads up now. I have a mini rant. I have an issue, and we're gonna have to have a conversation. But we will have that as Fromville in that breakdown. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Of course, we'll have fun and everything as well. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So thank you all for joining for tonight. I really appreciate it. Always means the world to me when you guys show up. Shout out to everybody that supported financially, keeping the lights on. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. You know the routine, y'all. Wash your hands, wash your butts, and everything in between. Until next time, see you guys later. Peace.
Peace.